99.5 Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. Asaase Radio, 99.5 Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. Asaase Radio, 99.5 Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
No, wake up in the morning.
Let me hear you make some Holy Ghost crazy noise right now. Let me hear it. Come on, Zion, clap those hands with me. Come on, all God's people. Come on, Mike.
Asaase Radio.
Do them up like this, come on. Here we go,
The angels bow down at the thought of you. The darkness gives way to the light for you.
Come on.
The price that you pay gives us life brand
What's his
new.
name?
Hosanna forever, we worship you. Hosanna forever, we worship
Say it
you.
again.
The angels bow down at the thought of you. The darkness gives way to the light for you. The price that you pay gives us life
What's his
brand new.
name?
Hosanna forever, we worship.
Hosanna.
Hosanna forever.
Verse 2, come on.
For you are the strength that my soul longs for. The Lamb that was slain for my sins, and the one I adore. Ruler of
What's his name?
forever, we worship. Hosanna forever, we
Say it one more time.
worship.
Say one, listen.
For you are the strength that my soul longs for. The Lamb that was slain for my sins, and the one I adore. Ruler of Hosanna forever, we worship. Hosanna forever,
Listen to this, verse 3.
for your patience and kindness and favor and mercy and honor and glory, because you are worthy. We can't live without you. We can't breathe without you. We can't sing without you. Hosanna, Hosanna. No greater love in this world than you. No one can compare to the things you do. Wherever you go, I will follow you. Hosanna forever, we worship.
What's his name?
Hosanna forever, we worship.
Listen.
Someday every tongue shall confess your name. This house made of clay soon shall pass away. Whatever the test, you will bring us through. Hosanna forever, we worship. Hosanna forever, we
Say it
worship.
again.
Hosanna forever, we worship. Hosanna forever, we worship.
What's his name?
Hosanna
Forever.
Asaase Radio.
We praise it. What's his name? What's it? Come on. What's his name? I can't hear it. What's his name?
Asaase Radio.
Hosanna. Forever. We love you. Hosanna. We praise you. Hosanna. You're worthy. Hosanna. You're worthy. Hosanna. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
6:26 a.m. live from Accra. This is 99.5 FM Asaase Radio. Welcome to the ABS this morning, the Asaase Breakfast Show. My name is Rudy Kwachi, the imposter for the morning. That's right, we're jamming today on a new breakfast show on Asaase Radio just for the holidays. Myself, DJ Arini, Kwesi Che the Dakwa, and Reggie Rockstone. And you're truly rocking with the best in Accra, Asaase 99.5 FM. We're live till 10 a.m. this morning. And this Easter Monday, yeah, all those of you who didn't get to go, yeah, because I haven't been, which is weird. Yeah, which is very weird, but well, yeah, today, this year, we are all the same. Actually, why am I saying that? That sounds very mean, right? Really, am I being mean? Well, you know, what had happened was, well, COVID got us all. But you know what? We're company. I'm keeping you company till 10 a.m. And then, of course, the Edititon on Asaase Radio. Later on, all day, back-to-back jams. But before all of that, till 10 a.m., it's conversations, it's engagement, it's chit-chat, and, of course, your thoughts in whatever it is that we are not going to say.
Asaase Radio.
So what kind of show do we have for you this morning till 10 a.m.? Well, it's all jam. We sent the old man away. He's you know, so chilling, you know, the Sakura man, you know, the one with the accent and the English and all of that, you know. Hey, top of the morning to Kojo. To Kojo means your regular host. And of course, Sidana, your regular host, they deserve a day off, don't you think so, you know? You know what? Let's just send them Wachi or something. I know what to actually get Kojo to, you know, go there, you know, one of those his places, right? Yeah, maybe we should send him, I know exactly what we should send him that will make him miffed. Who's coming along? Or maybe I should just drop his home address online so people should just send food to his house. That way I'll just leave a crowd for him, right? Really. Well, more music coming your way, more conversation, of course, trips around the world, live on Asaase 99.5 FM. And of course, media royalty, the man who sired most of us, whose benchmark a lot of us have been trying to jump over. Later on, he'll be live in the studios. And boy, do we have a conversation for you, because me, I know where some of the bodies are buried. Yes, we'll be going there. Well, it's more music coming your way on the ABS this morning, 99.5 FM, 30 minutes after 6 a.m. This is Asaase Breakfast Show.
Like Cleopatra got the masses at my feet, got a living well down on Easy Street. I'm the latest craze, oh yeah. And if you stay a while, inevitably you're gonna bottom my style. In your later days, well, let me tell you what is fact and what is true. I get high and I ain't got much to do. Always in a day. That was just a dream I had last night in my bubble bath next to my wishing well. Oh yeah, you gotta don't let the days of your life pass you by. You got to get out and do something. How will you make it if you never even try? They spend your whole life trying to get high. You got to get out and do something. Cause you and I got to do for you and I. What's been happening? How you doing? Where you been? I'm further behind now than I was back then. Lost in some old maze. Some years have passed me by. All I want is to go get high. I'll get it together some other
Asaase Radio 99.5.
Oh, Rama, Bidini, Moja.
gbe aji machonye ji machonye nuse awado nambawu esiayi machonye gbe aji machonye ji machonye nuse awado namawu esiayi for my way neoneme machonye nuse awado esiayi for my way bakokwe oh machonye nuse awado namawu esiayi for my way bakokwe oh machonye nuse awado namawu esiayi. Hey, you can give the Lord a dance in this place. Come on. Come on, Actually. Somebody give the Lord a dance in this place. Hey, hey. I can see you dance in this place. Everybody, 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 everybody. Dela Yesu tomenye How many of you remember this club back in the day? Hey, are you ready? Hey. 1, 2, 3, we go.
This is Asaase Radio, and from 7 this morning, we're going to be having magic right here in the studio. It's Mr. Magic. We're going to be doing great things this morning to make your holiday beautiful, adorable. You will love it. We got a fabulous DJ in the house, a legendary presenter, and guests that you will simply adore. Only on Asaase Radio 99.5 FM. Welcome to planet Earth. This is Asaase Radio.
See, I'm an overcomer. 'Cause yes, wedding kunim.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
Nobody make you know the man your post watching. Live your life the way gon' make you happy. Hey, that's enough I won't watching. This life be you alone. Make you to watch your steps on the road. Try to learn to be a player and make sure the game not go play never. And don't let the paper make you deceive you. Make you to think say you be better than everybody. Hey, hey. God see because they bless we. Hey, it be in the only. Hey. Get in the kappa, into what's a real enough. I know I said, give it to Baba. All the praise for Baba. Give it to Baba. I can't baby, I'm free and you're just okay, Baba. Give it to Baba. All the praise for Baba. Give it to Baba. My brand no be joke, life no be easy. It's a woman by our train with season. Don't be greedy, slow the speeding. Hey, I can't call bread, now be do. Cause your slow motion is better than no motion. Do something, take a notion, eh. Cause life be used to leave your start be leads lane. So do what you can do. Choose the hard way and struggle. And if it be for you, true hard work and determination. Give it to Baba. All the praise for Baba. Give it to Baba. I can't baby, I'm free and you're just okay, Baba. Give it to Baba. All the praise for Baba. Give it to Baba. Give it to Baba. All the praise for Baba. Give it to Baba. I can't baby, I'm free and you're just okay, Baba.
It's 7 o'clock on Monday, the 5th of April, 2021. This is Asaase Radio, and this is the Asaase Breakfast Show.
Asaase Radio.
The best music lives here. Asaase 99.5. We've got your music.
On 99.5.
Yeah. Oh, you my mercy. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. What will be shall surely be. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. Whatever the Lord has said. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. I am unbreakable. With Jesus on my side. I am unmovable. I am unshakable. I am unshakable. Nobody can stop me. I am unstoppable. For the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? No. And the Lord is the strength of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? Though I walk through the valley and the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The rod of the staff, they comfort me. They comfort me. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. What will be shall surely be. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. For your life, no one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. So I am unbreakable. I am unbreakable. And I am unmovable. I am unmovable. And I am unshakable. I am unshakable. And I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Every problem shall pass away. You are a child of Jesus. He will take care of you. Yes, He will. Yes, He will. Yes, He will. Nobody can break me. I am unbreakable. Nobody can move me. I am unmovable. With Jesus by my side, I am unshakable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. With Jesus by my side, shall surely be. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. No one can stop the moon. No one can stop the sun. What will be shall surely be. Listen, I am unbreakable. I am unbreakable. With Jesus by my side, I am unmovable. I am unshakable. I am unshakable. Nobody can stop me. I am unstoppable. I am unbreakable. I am unbreakable. With Jesus by my side, I am unmovable. I am unshakable. I am unshakable. Nobody can stop me. I am unstoppable.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning into Asaase Radio. This is Asaase 99.5 FM. Welcome to planet Earth. Welcome to Asaase. My name is Dakwa, Kwesi Che Dakwa, and this morning I bring you some magic only on the station. We're going to be talking about the beauty of our music and culture industry. We're going to bring you great stars who make great music to lift people up all around the world, whilst making sure that whatever stars we present to you, the majority are of Ghanaian heritage. It's going to be a wonderful day because it will never be so dark. The dawn will never break. The sun will rise and shine. We will live to see a better day.
Yes, you doesn't know mommy breakfast in bed. I faint here, good morning, for me. Some pass out dosa, not to adapa, not to adapa. All the name, I got a punching bag. Baby, I can't be an attention to men. Made him up from a
The sweet voice of one of the best songwriters in the world, the maestro, the king of love songs, the one and only Kojo Emchi. Oh yeah, and the mix goes on from one legend to another, from Kojo Emchi to Daddy Lumba, only on Asaase Radio, with the master communicator, Kwesi Che Zakwa.
Manfred, Brother Dennis, Charles, and Kwabna, Richard. I really love you. Thank you.
Asaase Radio.
Anokwamumi ankana Ghana mahofe. Na Ghana nyumu nso edse.
I'm
Some people do it for the money, but we do it for none. We only do it for fun.
Above the sea and under the sun, King KKD does it for fun.
The finest.
My level up. My level up.
It's bad.
Maybe today I don't get nothing, but tomorrow I go get something. And I go buy a motor for mama. But the enemy won't worry me. I go show all of them tragedy. No be today, we start to. So if I sing my song, if I keep on for long, because you don't know that day, Jesus Christ, he go come. So if you see me today, I know my love, I know my trouble. Oh my love, anybody publish a page of where I know my love, December, I know my love, like you make them big, oh my love, oh Lord, you say your eye open, but you no blind, when rain fall, sun I go shine, boy, never ever undermine, I know be weak, oh I just be kind, hey, we all them move forward, but say I your bad mind, that we behind, them confused, oh, them confused, oh, them don't know what to do, them confused, oh, them confused, oh, them don't know what to do again, them confused, oh, them confused, oh, them don't know what to do, them confused, oh, them confused, oh, them don't know what to do again. I'm a baby. I'm a baby. I know they two strike like thunder. The woman them say I get power. I know they told you I like party, sweet baby. I get variety. What you want show me?
Loving it only on Asaase Radio 99.5 with King KKD in the mix. 3 selected DJs showcasing your talents and skills today. I got DJ Nyako, DJ Icom, and in the studio with me, the bad boy, DJ Rainy. Let's go.
Me and my dogs only see paper. Restaurants are the tip waiter. Bemini noni, Tonuisha. Amen, alligator. She want me fe eka. Today, you dey use postcard. Why do you no lose your car? But impossible go turn possible. No matter your rank, you go dibu. If you believe in God, you are nyashi shibu. Oh, jalabia, shaibu dibu. Points for pay with a praise, she go jumilu. Epa modemba you say me feeling. Shatta wale 2019 me kilimo. Crap, chia, sweet no, only one man say. Please play me, shatta wale. Excuse me, I wanna.
Asaase Radio.
The best music lives here. Asaase 99.5.
Some people do it for the money, but we do it for none. We only do it for fun.
Above the sea and under the sun, King KKD does it for fun.
The finest.
Yes.
Coupe, Azonto, Zanku, Legwalk, Amanda, Cafe.
So wondering why your radio feels so good this morning? It's a holly day.
Stop.
With some exquisite and clever lagoises. Coming from the master communicator, only on Asaase 99.5. With DJ Rainy in the house. Told you it's a brand new day. Sarkodia in the house.
Asaase Radio 99.5. 99.5.
Straight up. Alright, what's up? Listen. I bank him and that him, I miss him. Michelle, she been on the froze, who win, you know. I come off and I check me, young Mimbuna, and with Simbaris in the real day, you ma. Oh, Pieball, what did that dear quit, you ma? What a tema, for him, she wouldn't met him. Then my mepa, dear, never pass to Kurapoma. And yes, a religion, whom me poor Biasoma. I shall win up about the young conqueror, just some pipe, a few rice, one genoa, but my Bobuano, mini bin Timamua, no Jamabakari, hey, Billy Patakwa, Asaase, they be when I'm over near my papa, I was saying, Yamua, Fiaka, I don't be a man, seconded in me, but the hope. 35
Jolly, she will want more. She will want more. She will want more. Jolly, she will want more. She will want more.
What else?
She will want more.
She will forget you want another
She will want more. Jolly, she will want more.
Sin again in the mission I go there. Sin a match on the bone, I'm releasing me. Good flow. Get a second payment, the never bought 2 shows. No matter you come, no one know me to say. Look, again, the mother channel home, but that she go once more. But in the so much and say, no matter you pass, I said you make a phone. No one who somebody no be problem. So when the Galatini who be the Calabuli, or be them will cash me, Buabi Sasuli, Kalanu Huka, Waboma Kumi Mutupe. What is that, Markube? She the rush, but I know she go give to me. If you are saying I was a weapon to me, into me, into Bako Hoodin, in the penny, I could pay bit and I will pimpini. So one of whom I did what you for so bantama. Since I won in the money to me. By force, we did just once time. I need to come over and I'm going to make it. So well, send me your home, I'm on the share. I'm going to catch I'm a cat. Send me a lot of us. I'm going to make a guy. I'm going to make a bye. I've been the woman, your mama, I'm going to do it. But I'm in your bar, I'm going to see. But I'm free again, I'm going to have a fun day. When come on, I'm a won't pim. Visa B, rapping a social media. I'm a mouthpiece. Damina e me hum fa me abi what you woman maintain as open ma unyam pai boko hu ogusu bempa minya girl you was here for the denta wonder was so one open sa why sa bro ti mu yimo franca fabolas kuso afene sanka we no ba pie na we do sika wie na we jaw sa janka kene jimma se me sika sa na wo pame dia kwai mama hu pame
Lyrical mastery, the man Sarkodie, the greatest rap flow in the world, no matter what you say. Bring the best of them, one-on-one, Ghana will be on top, because this man is a master lyricist. We got great master lyricists in this country. We got Manifest, we got Achami Kwame, we got Medical, we got EL. Too many rappers in one beautiful country. But at the top of the heap, the one, the only, King Sark. Only on Asaase Radio.
The choice is yours to work, relax, or play. King Kwesi J. Dakwa with you.
Asaase Radio 99.5. All the biggest names in music play here.
McDan Shipping is undoubtedly the market leader in freight forwarding in Ghana. This is the result of years of building a track record of effectiveness in warehousing for both bonded and general, for all volumes, charter cargo to and from all parts of the world, project cargo, customs brokerage, haulage, and cargo handling. Added to these are the most competitive air freight rates on the market. Choose McDan and experience the consistent delivery with all logistics needs. With McDan Shipping, there is a limitless capacity to meet timelines with its optimum technology, a committed workforce, and a network of over 2,400 sea and airports around the world. McDan Shipping has the expertise and continues to meet your varied logistics and free forwarding needs. So look no further. Contact us at Block 10, Aviance Cargo Village Airport, or visit www.mcdanshipping.com or call 0302-762280 or 0249-991199. McDan Shipping, your total logistics partner.
Right in the city of Accra, 30 minutes drive from the Kotoka International Airport, the Knightsbridge is Africa's first affordable luxury housing. The 1, 2, and 3 bedroom luxury apartments feature a gorgeous living area with natural illumination, a well-fitted kitchen and a master bedroom with stunning ensuite, and the perfect bathroom for you. With breathtaking views, the Knightsbridge contemporary lifestyle is the norm. It's the perfect community. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments available starting from $27,500 US. Contact us now 0204 9508 10 or 0208 708435. You can visit us on our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com or email us sales@rehobothpropertiesgh.com.
The numbers have finally turned into names. Names of people we know. Names of people we love. Coronavirus is ravaging our country and taking the lives of our loved ones. But if we do the right thing, we can help stop the spread. Wash and sanitize your hands regularly, and most importantly, wear a nose mask every time you step out of your house. Masks save lives. However, if you start experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, get tested. And if you're positive, don't self-medicate. Visit the nearest health center immediately. If you love your life, protect it. Wear your mask. Wear it for your wife, for your husband, your kids. Wear it for mama. Wear it for daddy. Wear it for you. Do the right thing. Wear a mask. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Information, the Ghana Health Service, and our donor partners.
Ghana, we present to you Champions of Trade for the SDGs. Are you ready to take ownership of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement? Do you have a groundbreaking idea on how to make the AFCFTA work for Ghana? The SDGs Advisory Unit of the Office of the President, in partnership with UNDP Ghana, present Champions of Trade for the SDGs, calling all Ghanaian innovators, entrepreneurs, agripreneurs, startups, and especially our youth and women across the nation to apply from March 15. For more, visit www.championsoftradeghana.com and follow all our social media pages at Champs of Trade GH. Apply now. Champions of Trade, making the AFCFTA a people's movement to achieve the SDGs.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
Let's groove with the smooth operator. Aquaba, it's a beautiful day. The choice is yours to work, relax, or play. King Kwesi J. Dakwa, with you.
With you. Baby, I'm satisfied. Making my love to you.
Have you ever been in love? This feels like the warmth, that fuzzy feeling you get the first time you feel something that feels like you have never felt it before. Beautifully written, beautifully composed, beautifully delivered by Simi Duduke.
Let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart today's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it dey beat like do. Cause now you are true, so I am familiar. I sing for you, wanna be like you. Baby, now you are go big, I am familiar. But there we go. See, I may not give the world to you, but I'll give you what I have. Oh, baby, you are my like do. Cause now you are true, so I am familiar. I sing for you, wanna be like you.
my baby.
Oh.
How you doing, oh, baby?
Shut up.
Breakfast in bed for you, my love.
Dedications to the SM, to the Shut Up movement. This is when he goes slow, you know what I'm talking about? Only on Asaase 99.5.
The way you smile make me budge up. When you touch me, I budge up. Your back I make I budge up. When I see you walk, daddy budge up. The way you smile make me budge up. When you touch me, I budge up. Your back I make I budge up.
From SM to Bim Nation, I told you can play lots of music on the radio and actually make 70% of the music you play Ghanaian music, because that is the national cultural policy. What's wrong with all you DJs feeling a need to play more imports than what our own have created? We make great songs too, you know. Oh, you're the one I see. And in the studio, I see a very fine young man. He's a serial entrepreneur, media personality, writer, technophile, content curator, producer, amongst many other interests. He's also the executive producer for Afro Nation Ghana Festival, a part of the Global Afro Nation Network, the world's #1 urban beach music event targeted at the African urban diaspora. He honed his leadership skills by previously working as brand representative for global entertainment giant Viacom's MTV base, and then as innovations manager for Ghana's leading media brand, Multimedia Group Limited, the parent company of Joy FM. He later joined erstwhile Media Ghana as Chief Operating Officer to spearhead the repositioning and transformation of its radio, TV, and telecoms assets in the UK, Liberia, and the USA. Whilst there, he led the development and initial build of Ghana's first triple play service. He currently serves as the chief executive of the Rave Group, an investment business with interest in marketing communications, cross-platform content, production, technology, experiential, and digital marketing. I'd like to welcome to the studio my beloved brother in complexion. Well, when he stands next to me, he's very, very light-hearted. He might even pass for a white man. Please welcome Rudy Kwachi.
First, who wrote that? Because all the things you really sounds like an eulogy.
No, I had to make my brother look good.
I was like, okay, that wasn't me.
I had to make my brother look good. So, Rudy, how are you?
Ken, I am great. I mean, as covidly great as we can be. Yeah.
And interestingly, we have another gentleman who is presently not in the studio because he's got other businesses running at the moment. Yesterday, he was at the prisons donating food, clothing, and other necessaries to them. He is the godfather of a certain genre of music that's listed underworld music. He was born in the United Kingdom to a fantastic designer of a father, but lived his early years in Ghana, in Kumasi and Accra. So you might call him a Kumasiano, or you might even call him a what? What do they call that these days?
Kumerican.
Kumerican? In Kumasi and Accra. He's been living in Ghana continuously since he pioneered the hip life movement in 1994. That's some 6 or 7 years after I started rapping in Ghana. Okay, fantastic. He pioneered the hip life art form and has played an important role in the development of this uniquely African genre in Ghana's capital, Accra. He raps in Akan, Chi, and English. And in 2004, Rockstone won the Cora Award for the Best African Video, and he performed in front of a 50,000-person crowd in Ghana together with Shaggy. In 2006, he recorded a track with the Jamaican dancehall singer Beanie Man called Chuku Chaka Chuku Chaka. You remember that jam, don't you? In reference to Rockstone's 1999 hit Ayamudana, which sampled Fela Ransom and Nicola Pokuti, who is a great inspiration for musicians like D'banj, and now the global album award-winning Grammy holder Burna Boy. We're going to be hearing from Reggie Rockstone by the magic of the telephone. But now, the first question to Mr. Rudy Kwachi. What got you to go into the entertainment industry?
I think it was a natural extension of my personality. There wasn't any shift or any tactical turnaround or turnabout. It was just, I loved it. I see the whole complex, the whole ecosystem as a space. And I started radio. So, but before radio, I was actually doing shows.
First radio station?
Spirit FM in Osekrum, Kumasi, 88.3, yes, 3 or 7. One of them.
And from there?
From there to Choice. The international sound. I inherited the international sound from you. Choice FM before, then post Choice FM to Atlantis Radio, and then Joy FM. Before,
but you had a gift. Aside actually being on radio, being on air, being an on-air personality, you also had a gift of marketing the products of whatever company you worked for.
Yes.
What exactly did you study? Where did you get those skills?
I think it's observing people and human beings, and how we crave for things. And I just have a knack for connecting one to the other. So I think I'm a matchmaker. You have a product, we match you to the customer. For me, it's a simple thing. And the thing is also from observing, because I observed you. Yeah, in the build up for Sunshine. And guys, I know a few people are like, we don't listen. Sunshine to Choice is probably one of the most potent rebranding exercises ever in Ghana. You build a radio station, you probably get to number 1, and then you decide that you want to change the name. That's insanity. But then you guys made it happen. It was a switcheroo.
Now they had to change the name because I left. I took the sunshine away.
But I think, and again, I watched all of these unfold, and it just continued.
It's interesting that you did not show up at Sunshine for an audition, because you wouldn't be using the name Rudy. You know one of the rules I have.
So before. So the thing is. Your rules was actually applying far beyond where your station, because for the first time ever, actually my startup name in radio was Ekobin Kwachi, because I'm Thursday born.
Fantastic.
So there's a section of people that know me by that name, and when you mention that, I know I will free Beijing breast. But yeah, it's a rule. I've been conflicted about it. No, conflicted as in, I see the practicality of it. I met the likes of Kwame Sanapoku, who were probably the first people that kind of changed their name significantly from post-independence. And I had a conversation with him. God bless his soul. And then I saw what was happening yourself. Everybody coming with that identity.
Mine was King George.
And the thing is, I was like, it made sense. So, funny, there's a few people, quote-unquote, mentored. And every time I'll push past your anglicized name, what's your name? What's your actual name? So, the natal day...
My younger brother of blessed memory, he'd say, what's your name? And then you say, Angela. He says, no, I want your regal name. And then you say, oh, Abna Puku. I say, I don't want him. Yeah, so what we're going to be talking about today, and the reason I wanted people to get to know your background, we're going to be talking about the music industry and, in fact, show business in Ghana, the transformation over the years. So,
the problem, please.
What do you remember most, and what's the most potent memory on your mind when you think of show business in Ghana?
So, I was fortunate to see, I would say, the dying embers of actually local tours in community centers. Because where I went to primary school in Kumasi, there was a community center there, and I always used to pass there and actually see the posters. Ampedu, Kunedu, AAA were touring. And the thing is, when I go to that space and there's a dance that night, there was a certain buzz in the area. And I was fortunate. And then I had a classmate who's actually Kunedu's son. And I went to visit him, and I saw the whole band rehearsal,
playing Ejatewu and all those songs.
Every one of them, and the whole, and actually curating the art.
Do you know how to sing that song?
No. No, that one I remember. No, that one I remember.
Yeah, hold that thought for a minute. I want everybody who's listening into Asaase Radio, wherever you are in the world, on 99.5 FM right here in Accra, I want you to join in the conversation. Join the conversation on Facebook at Asaase Radio 99.5, on Twitter at Asaase Radio .995, and online at asaseradio.com. Tell me, what is the most potent memory on your mind? The first memory that comes to your mind when you think of showbiz in Ghana. It could be an Ambachidede performance at a Brantier spot. It could be a Daddy Lumba performance at the National Theatre. It could be an Nana Kwame Ampedu performance at a community center. It could be a performance by, the Black Chinese, J.A. Adolfo, in a concert hall in your village somewhere. It could even be Lord Bob Cole performing on stage someplace in Takoradi. Let us see first. And we're going to move this conversation forward. Mm-hmm. But first, let's see your very first potent memory of showbiz in Ghana. Go to the conversation on Facebook at Asaase Radio 99.5, on Twitter at Asaase Radio .995, and online at asaseradio.com. Tell us and let everybody know the first strong memory you have of showbiz in Ghana. I got to see the sexy dancers as well. Betty Brown and all that, because my father owned the promotion business, and there was a certain high-end audience who didn't come for the music. They came to see the ladies wiggle. Now, people talk about how twerking may have started from Barbados, but if you look at what the Krobos do and what the Evers do when they dance, twerking may have started from here.
Not me. If you've seen a real depot dance,
I don't want to claim twerking for us. No,
no, but the thing is we're endowed with what is needed most. Forget Cardi B, man. That's the copycat. Master,
So your first strong memory was these community center jams?
Yes.
With Alex Kunedu.
Yeah, Alex Kunedu. Correct. And I mean, watching them prepare. And I actually had a conversation with the dad, and he told me how they're on the road for weeks, and they go from point to point. And I caught a little bit of what the ecosystem is and what actually the model, what it is that you're doing, and it never left. And I obviously had a natural affinity towards music, so discovering, listening, understand. And you said something about a potent memory. A lot of people that are waking up to Atakak's global re-emergence. Well, I heard Obasima for the first time in KGTR. And when they used to sell cassette, when that thing came out, the entire KGTR was jamming to Obasima. I have that memory. And that was one of the rarest days where you are allowed, cool, to go into KGTR. And I heard, and then my neighbor bought that cassette. So when I saw the BBC documentary, I'm like, guys, this thing was a hit.
See, and it saddens me that it took a European to find Atakak and put him out there, because I was on radio working to promote Ghanaian musicians as much as I could. I remember actually mastering in the arts of guitar bandstand so I could elevate as many of our local musicians as possible, because you'll find that a good number of musicians who recorded in Kumasi and Way, places far away from Accra, could not even afford to hire somebody to play piano. So if they knew how to play a guitar themselves, they found somebody who could play the bass, somebody who would play the clave, and they were done. So you got Odinohuata Frimpong, you got all these great 45s that were recorded that were never heard around Ghana, because if you did not make it to GBC, you became a ghetto superstar or a local hero. So a song could be very popular in Axim. A song could be very, very popular with exhibits like Nyaboe, by Safuhin Jenny, and then F. Kenya's music. A song could be very popular in Koforidua, but it would not be popular nationally, because we just did not have the right infrastructure to reach out, to bring all these artists, because if they couldn't find their way to us at GBC, we didn't find them, and that's very sad. But I want to know from you at home, wherever you are, tell us your first strong memory of showbiz in Ghana. My strong memory of showbiz in Ghana, actually the very first one, was at the Tema Community Center with the king of high life, Onyontofohene Nana Kwame Ampedu. And I got to sing on stage with him, and I remember the song still.
Wow.
Ankonama wone yarienti, shani yamewie, enija dani mi areho, mobo, me too many entuo, oba kumo bro, ebwe no ama, womeko. We'll be right back after this.
Why didn't you make the record again?
Chen mami bon komo bi min komo nyinani de min you doing crofon tasi odana mi o ma won kutonu obi areni wa obotu asisama dwin wo wo
osut na mi chen mami bon komo bi en komo nyinani de obi anyi wo se Nami chen, mami mpobo nkomobi, inkomo nyinare nyite, wasam nyamasa.
Semitsu unza mi emumpo, mitajindo suomi mwa, wanywe chichir mami nije, bebit nami chen, mami mpobo nkomobi, minkomo nyinare nyide, mewa pieza mauta. Wondo ashemima
Missy Maria's in Namawo
Wenije ashemima
Demincy, don't you break my heart Nami chen, mami komobi Inkomo nyinarite Obiani wanyu se Nami chela ho mami mbogo komobi inkomo nyinare nide wasam nyamasa Missy Maria's in Namawo
Wenije ashemima baby
Demincy, don't you break my heart
Mami mbo nkomobi Nkomo ni nyina ni de. Menyu de odoso nkwa. Se menyu nama menyu ambiro obiara. Se menyu eni marempa. Misuro nyina ayokra. Se mitwunza mimuza miyemu. Medadundos womimwa. Why chiche mami nije. Baby, it's my nature, my name, Nkomobi,
beautiful voice of CK Man. And oh, that's Pauline Odro. Looking forward to speaking to you, Pauline, as we talk about show business, the music industry, and its transformation in Ghana from decade to decade. Coming up next is the man who is definitely, undoubtedly, the king of high life. Why? Because he won that through a competition, a nationally held competition, held at the Arts Center, Accra. Something that was instituted by then head of state of Ghana, Colonel Ike Champong. He got all these different groups from all over the country to come and compete to find who is the king of high life. And since Nanampiri won that competition, none of its kind has been held ever again. So he's still the reigning title holder, King of High Life. He also says he dumped his slave names many years ago because he started out as PSK Ampedu, Peter Samuel Kwame Ampedu. And then a bright light shone, and scales fell out of his eyes. And when he rose, he said, "Yafremi onyonto for him in Kwame Ampedu," and that's the way it's been to date.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
You need to connect my So when Kwame Ampedu made the song, it was at a time when Nigerians were craving high life. And a good number of the top musicians in Nigeria were using Ghanaian guitarists, keyboardists, even producers, but who were not getting credit for production. So this is how he got one of his singers, a Ghanaian, to sing lyrics as though he was singing in Nigerian. But words in it is like Putu or Skopato Mana.
Oh, that's that.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
This is the Asaase Breakfast Show on your 99.5 Asaase Radio. Wherever you are in the world, if you're listening to this program, please join us in the conversation on Facebook at Asaase Radio 99.5, on Twitter at Asaase Radio 995, and online at AsaaseRadio.com. On Twitter at Asaase Radio 995, and online at AsaaseRadio.com. We want to know what is your earliest, most potent memory of showbiz in Ghana. Write it and let's read it. And those who are sending messages to my private phone, oh please go online and put it on Asaase Radio 99.5 on Facebook. I've got one here that says, KKD, you walk your talk. You always talk about the fact that we should do 70% Ghanaian music. Well, the truth is I'm not the one who talks about it. It's the national cultural policy. And by what you have shown this morning from 7 o'clock till now, you demonstrated that it is possible to play even 90% Ghanaian music. We have so much music in this country. Let's love ourselves. Let's love what we create. Well, thank you very much. It's Kofi Damwa. Kofi Damwa. You didn't say where you've written this from, but thank you very much for sending this in. Please go online and do this at Facebook, Asaase Radio 99.5, on Twitter, Asaase Radio 995, and online at AsaaseRadio.com. With me is Rudy Kwachi. Rudy is an enthusiast in the showbiz industries. He's a media personality, he's a marketer, he's a brand architect. And the next question I have for Rudy is, now that you've spoken about your first, most potent memory of showbiz in Ghana, I've had the privilege of speaking to a few musicians before coming on this program today, and they all said, back then we were not paid well, but we enjoyed what we did. What do you think is behind that?
I think that... I think that the very first payment or remuneration for a creative enterprise is passion. That's why you would never succeed if you don't. The first thing you need to come to the table with is passion. And see, people were passionate about it and decided to follow their passion. And I think it's a cycle of what the creative endeavor is. First, you deliver and you probably get paid. That's why it's also not kind of set in stone that you are ever going to realize something out of it. But there's an inner satisfaction. There's some. I could even sound spiritual and go a little esoteric. Like you make the angels happy if your creative abilities are actually harnessed. But that's the first payment, because there's a certain satisfaction. What do we, even in our churches, in our traditional houses, what do we use for upliftment? It's music. It's music. And what does it do? You always going to find a passionate person that's actually putting out that content or that piece. So I think for most people, the first payment you get is actually passion and the satisfaction of you derive from actually seeing people's face uplifted. So for them, I think that was the key driver.
But the carpenter is passionate, the plumber is passionate, the lawyer is passionate, the doctor is passionate, the nurse is passionate, but they get paid their wages.
Which is all true, all of them true. But the thing is this, most of them, it's a learned skill. Most musicians, most creative people, it's actually
inborn.
It's inborn. It's inbred. You find it. You're in a certain ecosystem that kind of shapes you and brings you. But all of these professions, as you've talked about, and that's why the creative industry has never necessarily been a profession, because it's
more like a vocation.
It's a vocation. You're passionate about something and you're following that passion. But all the ones that you talked about, it's you apprentice, you get passed by your master, and then now you can start making a chop box and get paid for the chop box. Usually, most people, and I've heard stories from Black, most people that carried your CD bag And they were using their own money to come to the studio to come carry your CD back so they could get access.
Actually, it wasn't a CD bag; it was a glass briefcase. Correction.
Please, iconic.
There were 3.
We need to find those. You know, there should be a museum for your for all your things, right? There's a lot of things. See, your shoes. There's a lot of things. This one is not about you today, but another time, because there's a lot of things I want to ask. But the point is, I think for what is the driver, you can only succeed at this crazy, super crazy adventure if the first thing you have to put in is your passion. And the first payment you get is somebody being satisfied with your work.
I've recorded a television interview with Onyan Tufuhine and Kwame Ampedu. I'm yet to do one with Eja Konimo. And in the conversation, Onyan Tufuhine Kwame Ampedu
we need to diarize that.
Very interesting things. There was a time when he wrote a song and gave the song to Jerry Hansen. And he was not even interested in getting paid. So I asked him, why didn't you want to get paid? That's your labor. That's the sweat of your brow. He says, you want to get paid when you've given Jerry Hansen a song? You must be thankful that he even took the paper on which you wrote the song.
Your passion.
That's a blessing.
Your passion.
You know, and he would write all these songs and he would give it to them. So there are songs that were recorded way back then that he may have co-penned with Jerry Hansen, for which he got no credit. Jerry Hansen knows. He knows, and he says the satisfaction is from knowing that he co-wrote the song.
And that's a true creative.
But that satisfaction doesn't pay the bills. It saddens me.
It doesn't buy kinky.
It saddens me when I see people in the media and culture industry, the media and culture infrastructure in Ghana. We're talking about the transformation today. It hasn't grown much because my first memory of radio in Ghana is the magnificent emperor, Mike Egan. If I went into radio, it's because of him. And then others followed. But I don't see how radio rewarded him beyond he himself being enterprising and going into other work. Whereas I've seen radio reward people in other parts of the world.
Damn.
Same with music. If I take Kojo Enchi and maybe Daddy Lumba, let's be fair, I don't see music rewarding a lot of our people if they don't have other enterprises. But music itself, the copyright from music itself, the live performance from music itself, the brand association from musicians with, things that sell, must generate so much money that they too can create legacies for the children the way investment bankers do. So, passion. What stopped them from looking beyond the passion and saying, this must reward us?
I think so. There's this. It's a very minority.
Based on your conversation.
No, I know.
Those you've spoken with.
So I'm coming. There's a very small thought I have, and it's a little controversial in my thought. The thing is, we expect creatives to solve their own problems. And if there's anything we solve creative problems. They don't solve infrastructure problems. Here's where the show and the business started to part ways. The business needed to create a marketplace, an ecosystem, some type of way for the reward system to come. We started well, we didn't continue, and we broke it down and actually just threw it apart. So nobody's necessarily getting paid. That's because the business side has not come to play. Now, the jury is out there, and I've kind of gone on record on some of these conversations where I said, well, it's the creative's problem. But lately I look at it like, I don't expect them. The business people that are behind Universal Music Group, the business people that own the rights to Old Fella catalog, they were business people. They were not musicians themselves. They came, they saw, they took, they built something out of it, and they paid the musicians or created some way for you to extract some wealth out of it. I think that's where the failure is, and we need to kind of start having that introspective conversation about what system we have to allow for the payments to be done. Because we can all agree it makes money. How it makes money. Who collects it? Who guides it? Where is the regulator? We've run radio stations before. In our P&L, where is that money that's supposed to go? Let's be open about that.
We don't even give the musician their due.
So exactly the point where there's a marketplace, there's a business, there's all of that needed to be created for us, for wealth to be extracted. It's like, what is gold? It's raw. It's Asaase. So when we dig and we refine it, we get more money out of it. But you can sell raw gold, which is what probably Nana Mpedu did. He just gave out raw gold in the music that he co-penned. But the refinement goes through a factory, a system that was built to refine it and turn it into an ornament which has some innate value that is sold, and it becomes big money, and then it trickle down, as the economics would say, trickle down economics. it comes down the chain for people to be able to tap into and get paid. I think that is where we've not been deliberate. Now, whether it's private or it should have been a national focus for us to get that done, I think it's an introspective conversation that we need to have, because every single national event or otherwise, what do? We put musicians and we put creatives. We always call them, but what systems have we put in place for them to get paid? One of the most potent, you're talking about memories, and I'll be sharing a lot of memories in different spaces, right? There was this album, Nyunkro, that was taken, and they created an album. I heard it on GBC. This is like 30-something years ago. I still can't find that thing. I can't find the album. Yeah, but it was made. I think it was played in a studio. It wasn't just a live recording. They made an album because I used to hear it on GBC radio a lot.
You see, GBC had a time when the national broadcaster invited musicians into the studios of GBC and recorded them. And it was GBC that released those albums. And if the BBC did something like that, they ensured they marketed it and sold it. I guess because it was a national broadcaster, somebody assumed, well, it's the people's taxes. I don't care about really selling it. And I say this, having worked at GBC myself, because I see a certain attitude of a good number of people who worked in the public sector and the civil service, thinking, they say, so I worry, because when I called Nana Mpedu to sit with him for an interview, I understood that his time had to be covered. And he told me very clearly that a good number of times people call him, they expect him to show up in his car, to show up nicely dressed, to come and have a conversation, and to go home for free.
Yes.
So why do we do that?
Because they call it exposure.
Now, if we are blaming the musicians of only focusing on passion and not money, why is it that we who are doing business with the musicians are not paying them their due?
So here's where I said that the underlying conversation is that business structure. Who was supposed to lead it? Because you've just made this conversation, we need to get deeper. How many records did GBC make? Who owned the rights to these things? And can we even find access to them?
You know the Ray Ellis record album? Yes. It was recorded on the GBC.
So which means GBC is sitting on a catalog.
It hasn't been renewed.
On a catalog that is probably worth millions.
It hasn't been renewed.
Whoa.
No, but I would not be surprised if the management of GBC today does not know about it, because the records are not there.
Yeah.
You know, not.
It's gone through a couple of fires, which is very.
I have to say this. I mean, moving away from music, when we were celebrating Ghana at 50 in England, I remember the ambassador, one of the finest ambassadors ever anywhere in the world, Ambassador Anan Kato, inviting us all to organize the Ghana at 50 celebrations in England. And I remember hearing around the embassy that Ghana owns properties in England that seem to have been lost. It looks like somebody had served in England before, knew of certain properties that were there, and now those properties were no longer there.
Americans would say he disappeared it.
So let me bring us back to the musician. And I'd like musicians to come in on this conversation. In fact, for anybody who is vested in the music industry, WhatsApp 020 000 0995. That's 020 000 995. No, it's 4 zeros, isn't it? 020 995. I'll say that again. That's the WhatsApp line. 020 995. And we will be back after this. Oh, Nanam Pedu, who I'm trying to get on to speak with us, is not well and is under treatment. We've just spoken to his son. How it would be just great to hear the voice of the great man. We wish Nanam Pedu well. We pray for him to be well, because the contribution of this man to the music industry in Ghana is just immeasurable. We love you, Nana Ampedu. Now let's hear some music, and when we come back, we're going to be reading some of your messages about your very first memory, the most potent memory you have of showbiz in Ghana, and we'll be talking about some of the challenges of the music industry and what we, not just the musicians, can do, but what we can do to reward our musicians and showbiz people better.
His Royal Blackness.
So fine, blow my mind. Ooh,
the finest. Asaase Radio 99.5.
I'm so into you, cause you see past what my revenue is, and lovely for me, clever you, leave you, that is something I will never do. Other girls just wanna get rich quick, see them running things like Olympics, married men chopping them like biscuits. They're fast food girls, they're fish sticks, but what we have is so realistic. There's no forming, girl, no film tricks. I know go chop outside, no picnics, cause you and I above the statistics. It don't matter if I got ego, we got something we can build on Lego. And even if your friends don't say so, what do they know? What do they know?
Whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. Whether I want naira, whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. You're the only one that I see. You get money, get money, get money. I stay with you if you stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Yeah, if you stay now, follow Chop Kwa Kwa. When I'm living by the bay, Takwa. Friends with Oprah and Obama. Guess who gon' be my baby mama and my wifey? Precisely, cause you loving me when nobody likes me, and you feeling me when nobody hype me. So when the money come, you gon' be beside me. You're a diamond, you're priceless. A lot of girls shine, you the brightest. If you ever try to leave me like this, I'll follow you like 3 blind mice. So here's my proposal, baby. Love me though the money is a maybe. And if your friends say that you crazy, what can they see? What can they see?
Whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. Whether I want naira, whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me. You're the only one that I see, that I see, that I see. Monage gana gari, gari, gari. Whether or not you get money, get money, get money. I stay with you if you stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
You know I love you, honey. If no be situation, if say I had some money,
a better occupation. Anywhere you want to go, we go fly. Everything you say you want, I'm gonna buy. Just to show you, baby girl, what you mean to me. Let's take it easy, girl, until we get there. Things are hard right now, a lot of stress, yeah. But I promise to always give you my best, yeah. I put my right hand on my chest, yeah. No money in the world can pay for this feeling that I feel when you say you're.
Oh, that's a beautiful voice of M.I.
I love you forever and a day.
BET nominee M.I., one of the finest rappers in all of Africa. Featuring Wajay with a soft, lovely voice.
Whether I want naira, whether I want million, baby you got me, baby you got me.
And in that lyric, there's something he says that is just so interesting. He says, all these girls want to get rich quick, so married men chop them like biscuits. Oh, ho. Ha, 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 ha. Asaase 99.5 with King KKD in the place to be.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
Right in the city of Accra, 30 minutes drive from the Kotoka International Airport, the Knightsbridge is Africa's first affordable luxury housing. The 1, 2, and 3 bedroom luxury apartments feature a gorgeous living area with natural illumination, a well-fitted kitchen and a master bedroom with stunning ensuite and the perfect bathroom for you. With breathtaking views, the Knightsbridge contemporary lifestyle is the norm. It's the perfect community. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments available starting from $27,500. Contact us now 0204 9508 10 or 0208 7084 35. You can visit us on our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com or email us sales@rehobothpropertiesgh.com.
The numbers have finally turned into names. Names of people we know. Names of people we love. Coronavirus is ravaging our country and taking the lives of our loved ones. But if we do the right thing, we can help stop the spread. Wash and sanitize your hands regularly, and most importantly, wear a nose mask every time you step out of your house. Masks save lives. However, if you start experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, get tested. And if you're positive, don't self-medicate. Visit the nearest health center immediately. If you love your life, protect it. Wear your mask. Wear it for your wife, for your husband, your kids. Wear it for mama. Wear it for daddy. Wear it for you. Do the right thing. Wear a mask. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Information, the Ghana Health Service, and our donor partners.
Accra was officially declared the commercial capital of Africa on the 27th of October 2020 at the 4th Ghana International Trade and Finance Conference GITFIC by the Senior Minister of Ghana, the Mayor of Accra, and industry titans. The Continental Free Trade Area AFCFTA is headquartered in Accra. The National Investment Bank, the B5 Plus Group, and the Bank of Ghana support this initiative. Visit gitfic.com or accra-commercialcapital.com to learn more. Accra, Commercial Capital of Africa. This public notice is brought to you by Asaase Radio.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still, the engine noise in my car won't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goil Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas, but I did try Goil Super XP Ron 95. Then
Goil stocks only higher grade fuels, further enriched with XP3 multifunctional enhancer, more efficient, eco-friendly, and at no extra cost. Available at every Goil station. Ajibebia.
Now my car is renewed. Yankonkwa.
Goil Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP, higher grade fuels, excellent for modern engines engines and all vehicles. Goil, good energy. Yeah, dear.
Now me say, a free brami who the bia we active, very strong and energetic.
We are 100%. Na nina ne sadie me hwe me ni padua sofa na de boa me mama hoden mama timi kwabada ene tabia zanika heba mister
Tabia zanika heba mister. What do you want dance here me?
Ho dance de enya wonko me de dawure na ato so. Na madia kira nipa mpempem. Tabia zanika heba mister. Ma to ne din nyamyama. Sa wonoma emenkwamu a ewo nipadua no mu a ye fra mu asojafo. Eye wide blasters na hoden. Enti nipadua ni nya hoden soronko. Kutia yare ahodo bebre. Enti wonta nyare enti na dam ye strong no. Eye general well-being of the body. Enti ye adwuma ewo nipadua na kwa no mu ba bia.
Me am to me hu. Anya se busua bia here.
Eye busua nchemfa. Se obi de ne ho to Tabia zanika heba mister so a. Eden se obeyare. Na nya na ewo ba bia tonto aduro bia. Se ne nso se obi a onya mfinhye dumienu apemfo ene abatan a oma omanofo entimi no bi. FDA ahwehwe sa adwade nkratomu mu agye atumi se ye.
Mr. Rap, you know what I'm saying? That's right.
Asaase Radio 99.5.
Let's groove with the smooth operator.
Aquaba, it's a beautiful day. The choice is yours to work, relax, or play. King Kwesi J Dakwa with you.
With you. Baby, I'm satisfied. Making my love to you.
Today's best hits. Today's hottest artists. All on one station. All on one station.
One station. We play all the hits. This is
99.5 Asaase Radio.
Bounce to a visa, nigga, please. Hey, another Rockstone episode. I couldn't do more thing. The episode to point. We are traveling that time. Let them say. Me can't share more say. Dear Rockstone, that's the saying. Yeah, me. Uni paya was suffer man for. Still I go so yeah me. I'm a phone. Visa man so now no me share down for. Confidence so. What's the connection? I'm so I loco. A shame me. Rejuni me. Me ni papa on the massacre. Kwa sorry sense. Unya me who me rich. Ya ne mame. Now what's the man me? Entire. Miss Potion now. Tete menstrual laugh. Now the buy and I come me who me a chema yekesi. If we are more guys, cap price. So be a chow. Was that's why I was still out on the clone. It no talk. I'm no some that's up and run a joke. Yes, see what the name will go. No, nonsense. Back up. Hamburger back twice. What be a nice? What be just papa? Me ni go to the one punch crack. I'm seeing no guy. What's it when you don't know what me mass? So many some boy. And then I saw me shower Calabino kind of man. This time was this time. Or no more son. No judge. She now on the for from Bible FM. They tripping out. Who me on the make a stop. And so me fan of what. Me fan of what. Ja Reggie me muffler mo fella. Watch now. Me competition. Bablo man go face killer. Watch now. Me competition. Bablo man go face killer. Between when you now call me visa. Rockstone. Ya bounce visa. Ya bounce visa. Born in the boom me pass ya. Mohammed Dodo. Last a cat. Think it is a coming no. Penny to send me on the make a phone. My swine, yes, phone on. What the SM Puma come down the panel. What's it be the bank statement? Zika, Missy me will be. Me live in arrangement here from the Mets and I'm a send no me will be. I fed dear baby, I'm ready. I fed dear baby, I'm ready. I went to a back for politics. Oh, Debbie. Yeah, Jimmy. Mubahana, I see a mama baby. And kind of crack. Embassy, Rafumu, way. I went to a ya bounce of visa. USA, I got to go ya bounce of visa. I went to a car. Ya bounce of visa. USA, I got to go ya bounce of visa. Yo, that American. Ya bounce of visa. Regina. Yo, that can. Ferry. Bounce of visa. Oh, man, another letter. Dear Rockstone, then to a sign out here. What could you want to match from here? They been up at you. Watch your friends forget. Kai say, oh, I'm in the one in the air bread. I'm in Kaiwo. Hey, I will hear it. More fair. Me say, fear my fear. Into Honamo, one wolf for my wolf. And I say, Honamo, to say Honamo. Boy, yeah. Now, I say, me put in my yeah. Come here, Reggie, my bread. Mr. Christian, I'm off on the display. Rebecca say, I go big. But I can just go away. I said, I'm not you watch and pray. Mr. Line, Rocky. Bruni back with your soap, play me, Bruni, not when you plan A. I can be, you see. No man, I got some Tony, and I'm a tone. Who be so Mr. Richie for my phone. Mr. Mitchell, what's the embassy? Wow, Mama Pong. And when bounce to visa, USA, I gotta go, you bounce to visa, I crunch for ya, you bounce to visa, USA, I gotta go, you bounce to visa, I crunch for ya, you bounce to visa, USA, I gotta go, you bounce to visa,
His Royal Blackness.
The finest. I don't believe I heard you right. Please say it one more time for me. The finest.
I don't know which one of the networks to hold responsible this morning, but I'm having difficulty getting through to Reggie Rockstone. Because we want to hear from the musician's angle, and I'm going to be reading a few of the texts shortly. People feel very strongly about music in Ghana. One here says, "Oh, thank you so much, His Royal Blackness. You should be doing this every day." Hey, now there are presenters who do this now. He says the problem with musicians is not the musicians. We have a system that has selected the professions that they want to reward. In Ghana, we are very delighted to reward doctors, lawyers, politicians. For everybody else is a free-for-all. So musicians must wake up and understand they have a product to sell. No musician must leave his home without first receiving a deposit for the job he's going to do. You cannot demand respect if you do not respect yourself. Oh, come on. I think Ghanaian musicians respect themselves. But I get what you're saying. You're saying if they cannot ask for payment for their own work, then they are disrespecting their work. Well, I guess that's why Shatawale's been saying if you don't pay the bill, you're not going to get his skill. Simple as. Let's hear from the musicians too, and all the people that love the musicians. Send us a text via WhatsApp on 020 000 9951 020 000 9951. Only on Asaase 99.5 with His Royal Blackness, the Dakwa. In the house on the wheels of steel, DJ Rainey. With mixes coming in from DJs Yako and DJ Icom. It's a beautiful holiday wherever you are. Be thankful that you are in the sunshine. This is the land of our ancestors. And for those far away who have traveled, look back home. For there are only two good things about travel. If you travel to somebody else's country and it is better than yours, you learn to make yours better when you come back home. And if it's worse than yours, you'll learn to stay at home. One of those music genres that is decidedly Ghanaian. Feeling the Azonto, huh?
The voice of our land.
8:28, that's what time it is. And as I get ready to go into your text messages at 8:30, we're going to give you a quick news update. We're going to look at the top lines in the news and share them with you. Only on Asaase 99.5 with the Dakwa.
Lini fanya mpungwa wako labda mini
His Royal Blackness.
The finest. I don't believe
I don't know why you treat me like a criminal. Hey, we were just together though. On the same line, why you presidential though? Some man I act rough like John Cena. Some man I get buff like John Cena. You used to be cool when I used to come to you. Now you wanna act tough like John Cena.
Asaase Radio 99.5. All the biggest names in music play here.
8:30 on Asaase Radio. The news update on the half hour. Ritual killings in Ghana. Dead fish on Ghana's coast. 2021 VGMA. And now, the short stories. Ritual killings in Ghana. A worrying trend is growing in Ghana. Young people are now increasingly getting involved in heinous crimes. Over the weekend, Saturday, 2 teenagers were arrested by the police in Kaswa in the Central Region for their alleged involvement in a murder said to be related to money rituals. The teenage boys, 16 and 17 respectively, are said to have lured their victim, a 10-year-old boy, identified only as Ishmael, into an uncompleted building and reportedly killed him. Videos of these are circulating online. Now, some people are blaming it on society for placing too much importance on money as a prerequisite for recognition. Dead fish on Ghana's coast. More than 60 dolphins and large numbers of different species of fish have washed ashore along the coast of Axim-Bewe and the Nzima East municipality of the Western region, Osu in the Greater Accra region, and Keta in the Volta region in the last 2 days. In Axim-Bewe alone, Graphic Online's Doche Kobla Aklobotu reported that over 60 dolphins washed ashore were counted on Sunday, April 4th, 2021, by the indigents. Now recall that over the same weekend, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, began investigating circumstances that led to some dead fish being washed ashore at the Osu Castle Beach in the Greater Accra region. Do we have a problem in our waters? Of course, we do. 2020 VGMA. Organizers of the 22nd edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards have announced the first batch of nominees for the awards this year, 2021. Social media commentators think the nominations are really tight. What are your thoughts on the Artist of the Year category? That's going to be a tough one. Thank you very much for tuning in to Asaase Radio on 99.5. You can join the conversation on Asaase Radio 99.5 on Facebook and then on Twitter at Asaase Radio 995 and online at asaseradio.com. This is King Kwesi Che Dakwa. If you caught me applauding my disc jockey this morning, his name is DJ Rainey and he does a fabulous job. And I explained to him this morning that when we come on radio every day, especially if we're doing flagship programs, we owe the citizens of this country the duty of ensuring that we play music from different languages and different parts of our nation. And that's why in the beginning we played music by Joe Metal, in which he sang with the Bethel Choir and sang in Ebe. We played something in Ghana, something in Chi, or something from our brothers in Nigeria, something from Show Majosi in South Africa. We're going to go around the world, but whatever we do, we must remember the national cultural policy of ensuring that 70% of our output on every radio station is Ghanaian. The airwaves of Ghana belong to Ghanaians. If we cannot promote our own, who will?
The best music lives here. Asaase 99.5. We've got your music.
On 99.5.
From Everland to Garland, this is Asaase Radio.
Radio 99.5.
Rudy is doing business while I was in the studio, and he's coming shortly to talk to us again about where we're moving forward now. Yeah, where are we going from here? From passion without money to passion with a little money to passion with a little money plus awards. Where is showbiz in Ghana going from here? But let's go to your messages. This one says, "Hi KKD and Rudy. My first most potent showbiz memory was at Ebeye Hotel in Bubiashi in the 70s. I spent my holidays with my auntie, who was then a resident matron. There, I met a horde of musicians and performers. I can't even begin to list. Oh, the nostalgia. Electrifying. KK is Legon Hills." Oh, thank you. And I love people who write without making any mistakes in their spelling. KK, thank you very much. You make free education look beautiful. And now this one says, "Hi, KKD and Rudy. Good morning. I'm Nee from Spintex. My earliest and fondest memories of the music entertainment industry were locally events at the La Community Center, where spinners, as they were called in those days, Skyhawks, Willie Chi, Mech Sounds, etc., took turns to play gigs every month. On a national level, the great Embassy Double Do with yours truly, the finest." Thank you very much, Nee from Spintex. And he says, "Bringing back memories by the score." And this one is Emmanuel from Spintex. He says, "It feels good to hear KKD's voice, the Dakwa." I like the way you've written the Dakwa. Hope it's a permanent one. Oh boy, it's lovely. And this one says, "My very first memory of showbiz is Kumasi at a funeral. The Nyumkro got up to perform, and you should have seen the way the drummers drummed and the dancers danced, and you knew that no matter what we do with our show business, nothing will beat our cultural performances." Showbiz in Ghana, let me hear your views too. You can send them by WhatsApp on 020-000-9951. Or join the conversation at Facebook, Asaase Radio 99.5, on Twitter at Asaase Radio 995, and online at asaseradio.com. Rudy, you have a great love for contemporary arts. You have a great love for all these young performers and the showbiz, and you love the music and you love the dance. You've even told me how much you love the DWP Academy for all the dance choreographies they're doing. How do you feel when you hear old songs, golden oldies like this one, Matthew?
The great thing about the description you just gave is the golden oldies. These songs are pregnant with so many things. First, you hear the real instruments that were used to play. You hear the fidelity of the sound itself. But more than ever, these songs are begging to be transported into a different era. Because one of the things we don't realize is, and this was a count we were doing in the office on Thursday or Friday, literally every song, every number one song you've heard on the Billboard for the last 10-something years has been a sample of something, has a sample of something. And we sit on this trove and we're not sending them forward. We're not pushing them into that space. We're not reintroducing these songs. Because go back to the 50s, go back to the 60s. That's what is being... There's no need reinventing the wheel. It's been made for you already. You just can write it in a different format. And that's, I think, one of the things that we're sitting on. There's some songs that I wish our contemporary guys would actually go back and tap into them and reintroduce them to a new... Because what it does for the music is, once you bring some old rhythm, it actually inures on the previous one because their streams go up. It's a discovery. It's how people discover old music. So we just were sitting there and taking all these songs, and it was a Friday, the holiday, and we were just sitting there and taking all these songs. And say, oh, this had this sample, this had this sample. So wait, let me go listen to the actual song, which means we added a stream or two to each one, and we made money for the old guy. That's what I think is missing with how we're treating our golden trove that we're sitting. It's a treasure.
I've seen a few musicians working in that direction because Stonebwoy has done a sample of Kojo Entry's music, but, well, that was more than a sample. He's taken quite a bit of it because he actually sang Obiba Manimio, Manimio, which is Daddy Anuma.
I want the Ampedu sample.
Well,
I want the Alex Kunedu sample.
Well, management of the musicians need to be talking to them because, samples don't go for free.
Yes.
People need to understand that if you're going to sample stuff, you're going to go ahead and ask for permission, because when you ask for permission, the charge is very little. But if you use
put it out there
without permission, then it will be like what happened with Pharrell Williams and Marvin Gaye's music.
What happened to Thong Song?
And what happened to Bob James and Ghostface Killah? Because, Bob James did not even know that his music had been sampled. It was, I think, his nephew who was listening to this Ghostface Killah sound. And he calls Bob James. And you can go online and look for Bob James talking about samples. He calls Bob James and he says, "Uncle, that's your music right there." Says, "My music? I don't think so." Says, "Do you know Ghostface Killah?" Says, "Nah, I don't know him. Who is he?" Says, "He's a big musician and he's got this big hit out there, but he's got your sound in it." So he goes back and he listens to it and he hears a riff, Now, you didn't ask for permission, so you have to pay. So they go to court, and Ghostface Killah, who's made quite a bit of money, needs to give some of that money to the people who actually created the idea on which he's earning his living.
The systems.
So the systems are not in place. But I guess the systems are not in place because people do not even know. Because think of it. He who knows not and knows not, he knows not. He's a fool, shun him. He who knows not and knows he knows not. He's a child, teach him. He who knows not and knows not, he who knows and knows not he knows is asleep, wake him. But he who knows and knows he knows he's a leader, follow him. Where are the leaders? The leaders must not just be the performers making the music. The leaders must be the managers of the performers. And let's stop using glorified messengers as managers. Because whilst you may know more about the craft of writing and putting out music, your management must know more about the music business.
The business.
Because if they don't know about the business, they can't even get you the right collaborations, because every collaboration draws you a new constituency. You know, you don't just sit there and say, oh, I like this guy's music, so I want to collaborate with him. He has a big constituency. You have a big constituency.
Definitely.
You do a collaboration, you reach into his, he reaches into yours. And going back and honoring the older musicians and using their stuff, for me, is more honorable than stealing the tracks from Compton.
And you just give me a business idea. Thank you very much. We'll talk about that off air. But yeah, I mean, and you reiterated my point that we shouldn't expect the creatives to solve their own problems, because the creative process in itself is exhausting. See, there's a reason why the gentleman or the lady will suffer to bring out a single album and is spent and can't, because the creative process, it's exhausting spiritually, it's exhausting physically. To actually sit, write, perform it, and put it all, it takes a lot. So if the system around is not doing the rest of the things that need to be done, then it's just going to be one-sided, and we're going to keep crying, and every 12 months we come and sit here, and then the creative industry is not making music.
Yeah, but that's another challenge I have for everybody who's a musician in Ghana. You know, I was talking to a young man the other day, and I asked, well, what do you want to be in future, career-wise? Because usually, I mean, when I ask people what do you want to be, I want them to say, I want to be happy. You know, just saying the profession doesn't mean anything. I want to be happy first and foremost. In fact, I want to be alive, I want to be well, and I want to be happy. So when I say, what do you want to be? I actually qualify it. What do you want to be career-wise? And he says, I want to be an investment banker. So I said, interesting. Who are your heroes in investment banking in Ghana and the rest of the world? And he did not know the name of one single investment.
You can't benchmark. You can't
Ghana. Not one. So that's another problem we have. Whatever industry you are in, or whatever industry you're working to be in, learn about the people who have already been there and made a success of it. If not, you're going to come in there and start reinventing the wheel and thinking you are the best thing since sliced bread. Look, the likes of Mike Egan, David Labi, Godwin Avenogbo, George Crabb, Joe Kofi, they laid the foundation for the likes of Tommy Annan Forson, Charlie Sam, Yao Asamoah. And you know, for before the likes of myself also came to continue, and then the likes of Komla Dumont and Kwame Sefakai also came. Now, if you cannot even learn to know who has gone before you in your industry, how will you know what has been attained and what challenges they face that they could not solve, so you can focus on solving those? So with Afro Nation, what problem in the culture sector, in the showbiz sector, did you seek to solve?
I think there was three things. I mean, first, we wanted to prove to the world that we can actually create this global spectacle in Africa, and we can actually make Ghana that destination that you can actually, it can be part of when you consider the party capitals of the world.
Ibiza?
Accra.
New York.
So it has to be